Here are my top 2.5 favorite supplements for athletes. Number 1 is creatine. I think pretty much every single athlete can benefit from creatine, even runners included. Now remember, guys, food is going to get you 98% of the way there. If you are not eating the right amount of foods at the right times and enough whole foods and enough vitamins and minerals, this ain't gonna do anything for you. But if you are doing those things, these supplements can be awesome. The second supplement that I have nearly all of my athletes taking is vitamin D plus K2. This is if you're not getting 15 to 20 minutes of sunlight at least 3 times a week on your skin. If you are, then you don't need that one. And then the last 0.5 supplement would be beetroot juice. Now I say 0.5 because not all athletes need to be on it, but it can be really effective and improve your endurance a lot for runners, football players, more endurance-based sports.
First of all, she didn't say anything like, she actually, obviously creatine is something that very few athletes that don't use it.
Right.
It's just something that helps as long as everything else is in place. She talked about vitamin D being the second one. Well, listen, that really bothers me when they say vitamin D, and you got to take your vitamin K with it too. No shit. Okay? You need all your vitamins. That D doesn't work in a vacuum. It works with all synergy of all the other 25 different vitamins and minerals that are essential to our being. And without that, so K2 would automatically be in your multivitamin along with your vitamin D at 1,000 IUs or 25 micrograms, depending on how you're measuring it, all there. So that should just be, what I don't like about that is that you can't just call out vitamin D. And then you got to have vitamin K with it, okay? Because whatever. Well, yeah, that's in your multi. Both of them are. If you need extra vitamin D, that's different. That's from a blood test, over 30 nanograms per milliliter is what we want on those. But we are athletes between 40 and 70. And that would require more than just your 25 mics of vitamin D. So that's okay that she said that. It's just that you don't say that in a vacuum. She needs to say all of them. And some extra
well,
D.
I thought that was interesting that she said that and then didn't call out a multivitamin because she says, as long as you're getting all your vitamins and minerals, well, how are you going to guarantee you're getting all your vitamins and minerals?
Well, and from food and athletes.
Yeah.
You ever seen how they eat?
Yeah.
Yeah. McDonald's. Here, and there no one. First of all, no one on the planet can get all their vitamins, minerals at the maximum levels the body can use from food alone. That's just never happened. So that's unrealistic. Female athletes are even worse, notoriously undernourished from anemia, all the things from the foods they eat and everything else. So that, again, that's unfair to just say vitamin D. But it's okay. It works better than anything. And this thing about sun, don't rely on the sun. You don't need it if you get 3 hours. Oh, shut up.
It was 20 minutes.
Whatever. It doesn't. You can't rely on the sun. You got different sun, has to be at the perfect place. You got to be laying naked to get full body sun over a certain amount. Can't just be on your arms and your face. Most people play sports are in uniforms or they're indoors. So you got all kinds of issues there. That's again, ignore trying to get vitamin D from sun. You do need to take a vitamin D supplement because you're not going to get it from your food. There's no question about that. But that should be in your multi. Don't take it in a vacuum. The last thing she said was what?
Beetroot juice.
Yeah, there's nothing. Beetroot juice actually is, it's a nitric oxide producer, vasodilator. We use it in different things. We do other ways of vasodilating, mango extracts, which is like a beetroot juice and those kind of things. So yes, I'm a big believer in that for a lot of people and just your cardiovascular health. Nothing wrong with that. And there are certain athletes, she said that right, about endurance athlete that benefit probably be more than some of the other athletes out there. So they might be your favorite. I might pick a few others depending on the sport. It's very targeted to the sport, not to every athlete. But creatine can pretty much work across the board. Obviously, your multivitamin and getting enough protein, those are all the first things you do. Then you can start adding things like beta-alanine or beet juice, those things.
Or vitamin D even.
And vitamin D you can on top of your multi, but it should already be in your multi. And then you can add more. You can add more.
Most people take more. These days, the recommendation for a lot of people is 5,000 minimum.
Well, yeah, that might be that. You could be pushing it a little bit there.
People.
Oh no, I know people are taking it.
This guy, next one,
No,
Gary
I'm just
Brecka, I hear him talking about taking 30,000.
Well, that's probably all at once, because maybe not like in a bolus or something, a giant one. Anyway, we'll get to that. But anyway, so she didn't say anything wrong. I'm not saying that's the order. She just she doesn't have a great knowledge, about, kind of all the rest of it. That's all. Well, I'm just saying, that's not what I would say if I want to pick my top supplements for people.
Right.
There's a baseline.
So, you can give, what's your 2.5? Multivitamin, creatine.
Yeah, multivitamin. Well, creatine for the majority. If we're talking about athletes, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so
If you were to
complete,
blanket it,
complete
if you were just do
multivitamin.
what she would do.
Yeah, and I thought that's why I said I agree with the first two there. I'm not saying beat. I start kind of moving on to sport. Now you got to get specific to the sport.
right.
That's
If you-
all.